Hi guys, welcome to GABLtv TV. This is where we talk about African culture, traditions, and religion. So today I have a guest in the house right from America. So she will be introducing herself to you guys. So we want to have a conversation. And I feel that those of you who are my members or who are my followers in America can share from my experience as well. Can you know you can get to hear from your fellow Isheshe followers, right there in America and wherever you are. So my guest will be introducing herself to you now. So greetings, Monique. Could you please introduce yourself to the viewers?
Greetings, everyone. My name is Monique Fredrick, and I am speaking to you guys from America. Some of you may be already here. Some of you may have transcended over to Africa, but I'm speaking to you from Pennsylvania.
All right. Thank you very much. I can see that you are a follower of Isheshe, and you know what Isheshe means. So, but for the purpose of those hearing from you for the first time, I want you to tell us how you got to know about Isheshe, that is Ifa. Can you please share your experience with us?
Well, I first came across learning about Ifa when I actually took my DNA test years ago and found out what my roots were. From then on, I wanted to know more about myself and where I'm supposed to be practicing my nationality spiritual religion. So I found out that that is Ifa, and I have been trying to get into Ifa ever since. But I grew up in being Baptist, Israelite. I've studied, Israelite, taught the Bible. So I was following them until after I took my DNA test, I found out exactly who I was. So I am Nigerian. I am an African mix. I can't describe or explain the African mix that my DNA makeup is, but the majority of the most part is I am Nigerian.
Okay, you're Nigerian. So being a Nigerian, at what point did you realize that you should follow Ifa?
When I started to do more research on trying to find out what Yoruba, what it meant to be Nigerian and to study in Yoruba, I was trying to find out exactly what language I was actually supposed to be speaking being Nigerian, because I always haven't had a deep feeling that English wasn't always our original language. So I started to do the research after I got my DNA test. So I started to go a little further with, I started out with books and then YouTube. And then I started to, I have all of my orishas on my altar. So I started collecting them one by one. And I started to get the candles associated with the orisha. I just recently learned how myself to do divination through the coconut reading. So it is very important for me to not break tradition.
All right, that's nice. That's cool. So I see that you're wearing white. Do you wear white all the time?
Mostly at nighttime. I do wear white sometimes when I'm going out because I don't wear white as I should all the time because I am afraid that someone will spill something on me I am afraid of that because I've seen it happen, and white is the hardest thing to clean. So most of the part I do keep my hair wrapped in white. I wear white at night. When I go out, sometimes I try to switch up my colors, but white is always associated with that.
So did you decide by yourself to be wearing white, or the fact you need to be wearing white? Can you share that with us?
Say it one more time.
So you wear white. Is it because you were told to be wearing white, or you decided by yourself?
Well, I've had a few readings done a few years back who every reading that I've gotten from them, I have been told that you should be wearing white. You should be wearing white. You should be wearing white. I didn't understand why they were saying it so much until I got into practice of learning about Ifa. Most of the Babalawos, Ayanifas that I've seen wear white.
All right. So how is the practice of Ifa in America that you are there? Can you share your experience with us? How Ifa practice or how Ifa practice is like over there? You know, can you share your experience?
There's not many that practice that I have came across because many of them are afraid to get into the practice because quite honestly, I have fell victim of a few Babalawos from Nigeria that claim that they could teach Ifa, that they could heal using Ifa, that they could set you free from bondage using Ifa. And because of those evils, because of other so-called Babalawos, it allowed other people to steer the other direction from Ifa. Although that's happened to me, that's not stopping me from getting into Ifa. It's only just shows the character of the other person. So
Okay.
if I would advise if my fellow Americans, brothers or sisters, if you truly want to get into Ifa, it is the way to go.
Yeah.
It's the way to go. It's not listening to other diasporas because in all actuality, other diasporas have been stolen from Ifa. From my study and my experience, just saying.
Okay. So
Yes.
why do you think people are afraid of Ifa in America? Why do you think that people are afraid?
Say one more time. Say it again.
What do you think is the reason why people are afraid of Ifa in America?
I think they're afraid of it because of the programming that they have been programmed to believe one belief system, and that is the system that the other people have put in place, and they're stuck on that because they're thinking that Ifa is evil because of the divination part, and not knowing when you read the Bible is divination in the beginning of the Bible. So they're not paying attention to that. They're thinking, oh, that's evil. I won't do that because of sacrifice. That's what scares them the most, the sacrifice part. And again, we go back to it. It's in the Bible. that we had to get sacrifice and offerings to the priest. That's who it was supposed to go to. The 10% was supposed to go to the priest. The 10% was whatever part of cattle, whatever that you may have had, that 10% went to the priest. That's the part they not paying attention to. It's like almost the same thing, but different. But it's still stolen from one system. And the system wasn't belong. The system that they stole it from didn't belong to them. It belonged to us. If Ifa belongs to us, it's like our rites of passage. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So you know, we that were in Africa or in Nigeria, for instance, we feel that over there we are of the opinion that you guys are more exposed, like you're more civilized to think that something that we believe in is evil as Africans. So where do you think this is coming from in America? Is it coming from Americans themselves, or is coming from people out from outside America? So where do you think this belief system is coming from, that a certain belief system is evil? So where do you think it's coming from?
I believe that it is coming from the same religion that everyone in this country flocks to, and have them on that belief system and try to, because we're going back into biblical times, back in our ancestral times, we're going back into it. So it's a condition of, what religion are you going to follow? Are you going to follow this one, or are you going to follow your true calling, your true walk? So it comes from the higher ups, as I call them, the higher ups in the religion that they're following. I don't want to say, too much, but I think we all know, and viewers, I know you all know what I mean, because it starts from the Vatican. It starts from the Vatican over here. It starts with the Vatican. And that's where it comes from. That evil, that, oh, you can't practice your religion that is instilled in your DNA, because that's in our DNA. You can't study your religion. You got to study ours. That's what made me, when a lot of, and it's growing up, when a lot of people tell, you can't do something, I do the opposite. You just because you told me I can't do it, I'm gonna go do it because you said I can't do it. And that's another reason why that steered me so wholeheartedly to get further into Ifa, because why are you telling me that I can't practice a religion that I'm supposed to practice, who the deities I'm supposed to worship, the 10% whom I'm actually supposed to give it to? I'm supposed to give it to you. I said no. Just to make me go harder. Ifa has been calling me and calling me and calling me and calling me. I'm not all the way there in it. I'm trying to get my initiation. I'm trying to learn all I'm supposed to learn. But I want my fellow Americans, those that is trying to get into it, don't be afraid of it. It's going to save your life, quite honestly. Because that Ifa is a religion given to us by our ancestors. And if we know who our true ancestors are, they're here in the atmosphere. They're here. And they're upset. So I say get right with Ifa. This other religion that they trying to push into your system is a no-go. A no-go.
Yeah. Okay. So I want others to learn from you, to learn from your experience, and then from your observation about Ifa. Okay. So please, can you tell us the belief that you have in Ifa? Can you tell us how genuine it is to you? Like, oh, when an Ifa reading is done for you and you are told to do something, or you are warned to not to do something. So can you share your opinion towards it? Like, you believe in what Ifa says when Ifa says that? Or what can you tell us about Ifa messages or the belief that you have in Ifa?
Yes, I believe wholeheartedly what Ifa says. I believe because I before I stepped into learning about my African spirituality, I was always obedient in spirituality. I fasted, I prayed a lot. I had, when I did my first complete fast, that's when all the divine messages were coming to me. I had, goodness, excuse me, messy. Sorry about that. I was receiving visions. You receive your special abilities when you are obedient. Now, I just recently had an Ifa reading, and my old dude was very good. As I was saying, I was victimized, whereas though a lot of those fake babalawos prevented me from getting my old dude done, my task that I'm supposed to do. But I'm obedient. Once I get my initiation and get the proper godfather and proper guidance and those that are knowledgeable in Ifa, I believe this is a practice that I will strive in.
Yeah. All right.
And I would, like I said, I will encourage your American viewers to either they contact you to know more because you do teach classes, you do have information on his channel. I encourage you to give it a look over before, because you don't take everybody's word, but I encourage you to do it. Those sisters or brothers that may have been steered the wrong way and thinking that Ifa is in fact evil. No, I am here to give a testimony that Ifa, in fact, is saving my life. Is just, I have some jealous people that is trying to block me from my old dude getting done so that Ifa will bless me. Ifa has many messages and blessings for you. You have to want to come open your own door to get it.
All right. So, like, I want you to now advise people or people that are watching you, or your fellow Americans. I want you to advise your fellow Americans on how to uh, continue on the journey of Ifa, like how to find their way into Ifa. You understand what I'm saying? Or you have any advice that you want to give to your fellow African Americans, concerning their roots, their original roots?
Okay, I gotta step away because I could like show them a little bit better, like I tell them. So I gotta step away 1 minute.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. Guys, what I did, I started to train myself a little bit, piece by piece.
Okay.
I started out, I got my Aroke first. The Aroke is so that we can speak to Orumala.
Yep.
And maybe the other Orishas, I am not too sure, but I'm still learning. But I started out getting my pieces first so I could get a feel of, how to do my own readings. Okay? Started out with that. Then I got my espcaillay chain.
Oh.
Then I got my espcaillay chain. The espcaillay chain is so that we could do the readings, so that we could find out what our Odu is. Our Odu is the wait a minute, y'all. I'm getting it. Hold on. The Odu is the reading that is done for us so that we'll know what our path is in life.
Yeah.
This was a part of my Igbo. I have them all in the bag, but this is just one Ekin.
Ekin, okay.
The Ekin is done for Ifa do, I think it's for Oromela too.
Yeah.
But I started out with that. I do have Edo soon, but
it was okay.
It's a little dusty, but I also have my Opon tray.
Opon tray, yeah, wow.
So I started to get my stuff piece by piece, guys.
Okay.
Just so I could get a feel of what it will actually feel like, you know, and by doing so, I've experienced the most exhilarating feeling I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, just by even holding it, if you can see a little closer.
Yeah.
It has this one, it spoke to me because it also has Oshun's mirror on it.
Okay.
So it is, Ifa, it's a beautiful thing, guys. It really truly is. And I have never felt so uplifted in my life, because this is a calling. And if it's calling to your spirit, it's calling to your soul and your gut telling you to do it, listen to your gut, because that's not just your gut, that's your ancestor telling you, come on home.
Yeah.
So I would encourage, that's how I started out. Also, guys,
okay, you have your book, your 256
I
invocation. Oh, this is
lovely. I bought my books, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure Aziz has these. Boy said you could get these books from him. I also have
you have these as well.
So guys, I studied out. I mean, forgive this. These are my bookmarks. I have to get bookmarks, but I do read my books.
Wow,
guys,
this is cool.
it is a beautiful thing. It will save your life. Wow. Because truly, even having them on my altar, I know the smell. I know when Oshun comes. I mean, like I said, guys, when I first stepped into my spirituality, I had the visions. I could actually see the spirits, but you know, when you have evil people on your head doing evil things to you, it dimmed your light. Yeah. So my light has been dimmed, and I've been fighting ever since to come back to the light, but they haven't given up on me. But when you come over to this side and you are able to connect to them and they speak into you and you know your next move and they warning you, don't go there. They're going to help you. They have helped me in so many ways. When Oshun comes, I can know what she smells like, because Oshun smells like oranges. I know when her spirit visits me. I know when the male spirits visit me, because they smell like war. So you are blessed when you come over to Ifa. everything in life, it pertains to Ifa. The plant life, what we eat, the water, because they are connected to the divine elements, air, earth, fire, water, which we are made up of.
Yeah.
If we are not balanced, we're going to be unbalanced. And without balance, there's chaos. So with Ifa, I've experienced like pure bliss, even though my enemies are attacking me.
Oh, really?
Real.
Before we go to that side of what you're about to say, let me ask you, you displayed your Okmo, Ifa, your care, your belly. Why, what gave you depression? Like, why did you take that decision to get all these things for yourself, when you know that Babalawos make use of Babalawos or Yanifa make use of them for Ifa divination? So why did you get those things for yourself?
Maybe because I've always been hard-headed. And like I said, when somebody says that I can't do something, it pushes me to do it. So I was told, oh, you got to be a Babalawo to do a Ifa reading. So I felt if Africa is in me and my ancestors is in me, and I'm praying to, I was praying to Orumala without even having these tools to speak to him. So if they're telling me that I can't do an Ifa reading because I'm not a Babalawo, that made me say, I'm going to go get the stuff myself, and I'm going to see why they telling me that I can't do my own reading. So I know that you have to be 100% trained to have any of these items that I have. I know you have to be trained by a Babalawo. I believe in being self-taught. If there's no one to teach me, if there's no one that want to step up to guide me, to help me learn it, to help me understand it. Yes, I bought my items so I could use them as a guide to self-teach myself how to do my own Ifa readings. So also, this book, guys, if you purchase this book, in the back of this book, it has the marking.
Correct.
So you could know what the Odu to read the Odu
do you know,
out of.
do you know how to read it with the Okpele? And and you are not allowed to do Ikin if you are not a Babalawo. Are you aware of that?
No, I didn't do the Ecam, but I tried the Erosun. I didn't do too good because I know that the Erosun, you only need very little of it. I put too much on my board.
All right.
So
how do you read the Ifa from with your Okpele?
I believe how you do the reading first is the Opele chain first, and then you have to read the shells on the Opele chain. You have to count them by markings. If, like, say, if one is up, one is down, you have to count those markings in between there. The little line that the chain between the Opele, I think is counted as one. That's connection to the seed.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but that's what I got from it. But after the Opele chain is read and you get the numbers, you mark the numbers down in the Edo song, then you read the prayer, you tap the open chain, the open board to speak to Orumala to get your question answered.
Yeah. Okay, you are saying something. You said you just believe in doing things by yourself, right? You
Yes.
said self-taught, self-learning, right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
So now that's why you decided to get those divination materials for yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay, now that you have gotten it, how far have you learned something, or how far have you been able to help yourself to do the reading for yourself, or can you tell us your experience so far on the divination materials that you have with you?
Okay, guys, honestly, I did my own reading. I always like to do a double check to make sure that my reading came out correctly. And the reading that I've done for myself did not come out correctly. So that's what leaned me to my friend here to guide me in the right direction, to get me professional help, that someone that can guide me in the right direction on how to do the readings. But the main thing first, I cannot do anything without being initiated.
Yeah, correct. Okay.
That is my conclusion of the matter. Like I can't, I could do practice all day, but to do an actual, I have to be right there learning it and knowing.
Get initiated, yeah.
Because I almost got myself in the world of big trouble doing my own reading. And my reading was wrong. That's why I said, I panicked. I'm not gonna lie, I panicked. I said, because I did.
So have you ever consulted Ifa? Have you ever consulted Ifa before through a Babalawo? Have you ever consulted Ifa through a Babalawo?
I've had a few run-ins, like I said, with a few not so good Babalawos, that didn't give me good readings. They ripped me off. I'm not gonna lie. They ripped me off of my money. They ripped me off. Guys, absolutely do not consult any Babalawos on Facebook or Instagram. Several of them have ripped me off of money, saying that they could do sacrifice, saying that they could, heal me of my problem. I do have problems that I have been faced with for years, that I have been fighting, trying to go back to my African spiritual brothers and sisters for help, and they have screwed me big time. But it didn't, deter me from seeking a Babalawo, a good Babalawo, because my boy here has the real deal. If y'all listen, I'm gonna say that one more time. He has the real deal. This is not fake. It's not phony. It's not someone that's got something staged. These people are real. These people care about the Africans and Americans that want to come home, that want to get into Ifa. They care. I've had those bad experiences. This is just recently. I believe that maybe because they're knowing what they're doing, the Ifa reading behind my back and finding out what my Odu is, and jealous of my Odu, because my Odu was really good. And I could see folks wanting to be jealous of it. but that's not yours. That belongs to me. And it's wrong to have these Babalawos block you from your blessings, because if you go to them, it will block you from your true blessings. So I would suggest, if you want to get a good Ifa reading, you want to get the truth, you want to know who you are, you want to get Ifa initiated, I would suggest go through Get a Better Life TV.
Okay, thank you
Honestly.
for that.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, is there anything that is visually bothering you that you want to share with maybe a good Babalawo watching this video, maybe in Nigeria or in America, who can listen to you and suggest a way out? You don't have anything to share with, we want you to keep your privacy. You have to put that in mind, please. Just the little you can share. If you can't share any, you can keep them to yourself, and you can keep it to yourself.
Well, what I would like to say to any Babalawo that has come across with this man, I know that you are truth and real deal and are compassionate people. I want to get into Ifa more than anything, because that is my calling, that is where I belong, that is my rites of passage that has been taken from me. It was taken from me, and by this crooked government, I'm going to say it, this crooked government, all they've done was take from us. Being here, they take from us. Ifa, I know they can't take that from me. No longer. I have had evil people take my hair, and they've hexed me, and I have dealt with this sickness for spiritual husband, attacks from enemies, and I have been trying to rely on these fake Facebook Babalawos, Instagram Babalawos, and I want someone to truly, truly help me get to where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be Ayanifa. That was been instilled in me. I'm obedient to Ifa word. And Ifa has given me a word or do to do, and I want to do it. That's my soul telling me that. So that's what I wanted to share. Because I know y'all good ones is out, the good ones are out there.
Yeah.
It's just that, the bad ones outseed the good ones. So that's what I will have to say. And if you, my brothers and sisters, my Americans that's listening, let me be a testimony for you. Even though evil has hit me, has stolen from me, and has tried to knock me down and kick me off my path for Ifa, because there's been some blockages where they try to knock me from getting to the right source of where I need to be. Keep fighting. If you want to be in Ifa, and Ifa is telling you to go there, that's a reason. Do not ignore your signs, omens, or messages, because they are very important. They small may come in very small little ways. You like wondering what's going on. Don't ignore it. Honestly, don't ignore it. Keep pushing forward, because I know I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it and get my initiation. I'm gonna make it to Ifa, and I'm going to be an awesome student. I claim
Yeah.
it.
I share.
I
All
share.
right. Yeah, I share. Yeah. So we are about to run it up. And if you have anything to say now, we are about to uh, run this up now so that maybe some other time we can invite you down to talk to us. So extend your greetings now to your fellow African Americans, whoever is watching.
Hey guys, my name again is Monique Fredrick, and I am speaking to you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we are on the subject of talking Ifa for those that want to get into the practice. Don't be afraid to get into this practice, and don't listen to people tell you it's evil. If you haven't done the research, then you can't speak on something you know nothing about until you research it. And I promise you, as my own testimony with Ifa, this is far from evil. It's far from it. Far from it. It's a place where it will save your life. If you feel like like I said, if you feel like you need more information, contact my guy here. Get a Better Life TV. He got all the answers for you and more. Because believe me, I've been following him for some years. It's been years. I've been following you. And ever since then, I have been, I've gotten my books. Any more books he may get, I'm going to grab. So if you want to start out with that, grab you a book. Read up on Ifa. Otherwise, contact my guy here, and he can help you out and steer you in the right direction, because he steered me in the right direction. So I recommend like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to
join. Thank you, Monique. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
May
All right.
Olodumare bless you, and I wish you a successful journey in Ifa, and I hope that other African Americans will come back to their roots as you have done.
Yes,
okay?
Y'all need to come on back. Yes, tell them to come home.
Okay.
They're welcoming us to come home. They're welcoming us to come home.
Yeah.
Come home.
Thank you.
All right, so take care.
We'll have to go now. So some other time we will invite you again to share your opinion, your ideas with us. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.
All right.
For now, take care.
Peace.